Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. Glad everybody could be hanging out with us today. We got a jam-packed show like we do each and every Monday through Friday here on Sports World Radio over on SportsWorldRadio.com. Glad everybody can chill with us today. Like I said, jam-packed show like we do each and every day. Follow us over there on Facebook at facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio, as well as like our Twitter page at twitter.com, or like our Facebook page and follow us at Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to us. If you want to come and hang out in our chat room, we're over at Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. If you don't have an account with them, get one. It's free. Then just type in Sports World Radio. The show will come up on the bottom of your screen. If you're already listening to us on Sports World Radio, you don't need to click play. Just click the heart on the right, click the bubble next to the heart, and start chatting away with us in the chat room like everybody else is doing right now. All right, you know what? Why don't we bring in our co-host? Don't forget to give us a call at 619-663-3715, 619-663-3715. Co-host, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on there, brother?
I'm doing good, Jeff, and welcome to Sports World Radio on this Wednesday, November 19th, 2014, 6:05 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:05 p.m. on the West. Weather right now, 38 degrees, very cold. At least I don't live on the East Coast where they're getting hammered with snow.
Oh, you're cold. It's 38 degrees. I just turned the air conditioner off before we went on air. What does that tell you? It tells you it's freaking hot here in San Diego, like it always is.
Jeff doesn't miss that cold weather from New York, even though he had a good time there.
Yeah, not one bit. In fact, I was speaking to somebody from New York today. I was talking with Mia today, and I told her, I says, next time you people plan a freaking reunion, make sure you do it in the summer, because I ain't going back there in the winter again.
Well, I was the same way. I was just in Washington, D.C. about a year ago this time last year, and it was cold over there.
Where are they playing, in San Antonio or Cleveland tonight?
Tonight's game, as we start the first topic, you know, the Cavaliers, they're talking about this game, and LeBron playing against San Antonio. The game will be in Cleveland tonight, and it's on ESPN.
I know, those guys, you know what? I'm watching it on ESPN, and it's snowing on them while they're outside talking. Stephen A. Smith is on TV right now, all bundled up in jackets, and it's snowing all around. What the hell's going on? Dumbasses.
The Spurs have had some advantages against LeBron James before. As you all know, look what happened with the NBA Finals this year. 7 years ago in the 2007 NBA Finals, the Cavaliers got swept by the San Antonio Spurs in the 2007 NBA Finals. Now they meet up again. And what possibly, Jeff, could be an NBA Finals preview?
No.
But before we went on the air, you said the Cavs are 24th.
Okay, the Cavs are giving up 104.3 points a game this year, which ranks them 24th in defense. There's 30 teams. They're ranked 24th. That's a good defensive team you got there, Cleveland. They stink. Okay? What are they? I asked Sean to give me the record before we went. They're 5-4. Get the hell out of here.
And the team they're sitting behind in the Eastern Conference in the Central Division standings is the Chicago Bulls.
And it's going to be like that all year. You know that. It's going to be like that all year long. All year they're going to be looking up at Chicago.
Yeah, especially with the fact that the Bulls probably want big revenge. Because remember, they played Halloween night, and it was a classic game. The Cavs were able to go into Chicago and win, but I was like thinking it's the beginning of many things between those two teams, and the fact that they will meet up in the playoffs because everybody's going to be ready for that. Everybody will be watching the Bulls and the Cavaliers for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Washington's got a better record than Cleveland. Miami's got a better record than Cleveland. How about that?
I'm looking at the Cavaliers right now, Jeff. They, of course, they lost their opener against the Knicks. They went to Chicago and beat the
Knicks
Bulls.
stink. You know what? The Knicks, Philadelphia, and Boston all stink. And you want to know? You want to know something? If Toronto doesn't run away with the Atlantic in the East, there's something wrong. I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at it. Toronto's 8-2. Brooklyn is 4-6. Boston's 3-6. New York's 3-9, and Philadelphia is 0-10. If Toronto doesn't run away with that division, there's something wrong there. Okay? And I hate to tell you, but nobody from that division, from Brooklyn, Boston, New York, and Philadelphia, none of them should make the playoffs. None of them. You know who's going to make the playoffs? Chicago, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Indiana, Detroit, Washington, Miami, Atlanta, Orlando, and Charlotte.
The NBA, Josh, I read this. Welcome, buddy. He said, classic screw job game. Sick of these expletive NBA refs. And I know that sometimes that's what we've looked at, that the NBA officiating can.
Well, how do you know?
NBA can be a fixed game.
How do you know? The game hasn't even started yet. How do you know? I'm hoping that freaking San Antonio wins this game.
I think what he's getting at and referring to, Jeff, is the game on Halloween night when the Bulls got screwed a lot of calls in that game.
Well, that's not my problem. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay? At least they're better than the NFL referees. All right? I hate to tell you something, but the NBA is in better shape than the NFL right now. With everything that's going on in the NFL,
yeah,
NBA is in better shape right now.
Yep. Of course, I got to shut the TV off, though, every time when the NBA talks about the Cavaliers, because they do it every game. After they win or lose a game, they talk about the Cavs. They talk about the Cavs this, the Cavs that. Cavs are in trouble because they can't even beat Denver. The Nuggets are not very good, and they lost to the Nuggets a few nights ago.
Listen, ESPN and NBA and TNT and ABC can shove Cleveland down your throat as much as you want. Don't mean they're going to win. And you want to know something? You keep shoving Cleveland down my throat, I'm going to keep watching them lose. Thank you very much.
Well, what's so funny about it is that it's all centered on LeBron James, the one player that's supposed to deliver. And when he fails and they doesn't do it, then they blow it out of proportion. And then, of course, they blow it out of proportion even more when he wins an NBA championship. Sure, he's won 2 championships with the Miami Heat, but when it's come to the playoffs he still folds and still fails.
He cannot win an NBA championship by himself. It's not going to happen. It never will happen. It never, ever, ever will happen. He cannot do it by himself. Okay? And if he thinks that team in Cleveland's got a chance of doing it, he's crazy.
That's right.
He's crazy. It's not going to happen. They couldn't get it done in Miami in the first year. What makes you think they're going to get it done in Cleveland? And I'm telling you something right now. That Miami team that they had with LeBron is better than this Cleveland team. This Cleveland team is terrible.
Josh says, in public relations, yes, but in game product, no.
Well, I don't give a crap about public relations. All I care about is the game product. That's all I care about. And Josh, that's all you should really care about too as a fan. Who gives a crap about public relations? As long as they're calling a good game, that's all that matters. That's it.
And when you look at this matchup, when you look at the Central Division, going back to it, Jeff, we all expected it and knew that the Chicago Bulls were going to get on a roll. They're playing well. They're 8-3. they lost to Cleveland, they lost to Boston, they've lost, 3 games, but now they're playing just like everybody expected them to be, the team that a lot of people expect to represent the Eastern Conference.
And they're playing ball without Derrick Rose. So come on, without Derrick Rose. So come on.
Well, it's all because the Bulls went out and had a lot of money to spend, and they went out and got some big free agents.
Just in case Derrick Rose couldn't play. Smart. And Thibodeau, freaking awesome coach. Okay? They're going to be just fine.
That's what's great about Tom Thibodeau is that not just a great head coach, Jeff, but he knows how to set the defense up. He's very good as like a defensive coach in the NBA.
Do you know who I'm looking at some of these teams, the points allowed for some of these teams. Cleveland, I mentioned it. They allow 104.3 points per game. Chicago allows 97.1. Milwaukee allows 94.5. Indiana allows 93.6. Detroit allows 97.7. They're the worst in their own freaking division. Cleveland. Come on, Skip. What do you got to say to me now? I'm going to bury you today, you son of a bitch.
He'd probably come up with more excuses and say, oh, don't worry, it's just a matter of time. My Cleveland Cavaliers will be in the NBA Finals. You watch.
They're ranked 24 in points allowed. Out of 30 teams, Skip. Yeah, that's a good defensive team you got there, buddy. You jackass. Even Washington, 96.4. Miami, 95.8. Okay? I hate to tell you, but even the Knicks only allow 99.7 points a game. Cleveland with LeBron James, 104.3. You stink. That's all I got to say about that. You stink. To our first commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Sucker.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Be fire safe during the holidays. Only use decorations that are non-flammable or flame retardant. Check holiday lights each year for frayed wires or excessive wear, and do not link more than 3 strands. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Consider using battery-operated flameless candles which look and smell like real candles. If your celebration includes a natural tree, keep it away from any heat source or exit. Water your tree daily to keep it from becoming dry. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov. This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West, and if you live in the Central,
If you happen to live in the Central, you need to figure it out for
I
yourself.
don't know if they can. That's the problem.
Mountains, who cares?
Yeah, I don't really give a flying fig Newton about the people in the mountain, to tell you the truth.
The next topic we got here, Jeff, Marshawn Lynch fined $100,000 for not talking to the media.
What are you doing? Are you looking at my computer right now?
No, I'm just getting the stuff from what Josh sent me.
Because that's the next thing I wanted to talk about. What the hell is that going on? What are you looking at my computer? I have that right up in front of my face right now. Marshawn Lynch fined $100,000 for not talking to the media on Sunday. But did you know what he did yesterday?
What did he do yesterday?
Okay, see, Josh didn't send you the second half of the freaking news. He only sent you the first half. I have the second half. Do you know what he did yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday, right?
Yep, yesterday was Tuesday.
Okay, so the Seattle Seahawks, several of the players attended a closed assembly at Marysville Pilchuck High School, showing their support for a community that is reeling from a deadly shooting there last month. So Marshawn Lynch, Luke Wilson, Bobby Wagner, and Ricardo Lockett, and others spoke to the students and staff over at the school. So on the way back to the facility, Marshawn Lynch and what the heck's the guy who was in the car with him, okay? We're at a gas station, okay? And Lynch spotted a wallet on the ground, okay? The wallet belonged to Jason Lynch, no relation. And his address was listed on his license. So Marshawn Lynch and Lockett, what's his name? Ricardo Lockett, who happened to be in the same vehicle Marshawn was driving, okay, drove over to the guy's house to drop off the wallet. But the guy wasn't home. Jason Lynch wasn't home. So they knocked on a neighbor's door. So imagine the surprise when this lady opened up the door to find NFL's best running back standing at her doorstep. How crazy would that have been, huh? If you open up your door and says, hey, I'm here, and you open up your door, and because you live out in that area, you open up your door and Marshawn Lynch was at your freaking door, saying, oh, your neighbor lost his wallet, and I'm here to deliver it, and he's not home. You'd freak out, wouldn't you?
I would freak out, no question about it.
Right. How about that? Is that crazy? The guy's not home, so he goes to a neighbor to give the neighbor the wallet. So the guy says, I can't, Jason Lynch says, I can't thank them guys enough for bringing it back and for making my neighbor a very happy lady for getting a chance to meet them. And he wrote that on Facebook with a picture of his wallet. He added that he's seen Marshawn Lynch at the gas station and considered him asking him for a picture, but decided to leave him alone and not bother the guy. And Marshawn found the guy's wallet and brought it back. How crazy is that? How good is that? That's a good deed right there. So, for his good deed, he got fined $100,000 for not talking to the media. Now, I don't like the fact, and I happen to agree with Marshawn Lynch on this, I don't like the fact that the NFL forces you to talk to the media or talk to anybody. Hey, if I don't want to talk to you, I had a crappy game, or I don't feel like talking to you, I'm not going to talk to you. It's that simple. What am I, living in a dictatorship here?
I agree with you on that, Jeff, because it's like when a player has had a bad game or when the team has played a bad game, you don't always have to talk to the media. I think that's just an absolute joke. Players just are not in a good mood. They're like saying, you know what? We need our privacy. Leave us alone. We don't want to talk. We want to just think about how bad
and
we
you want to know,
how we can come back and do better the next week.
And Sean, you know what I think it is?
What?
I think it's more about the NFL's ability to control the players' behavior. That's what they want to do. Okay? Basically, it's the NFL controlling the players' behavior. making the players go talk to the media and giving them little snippets and quotes from the players. Hey, it's no freaking secret that the players don't like to do that. And now they're offering really little information about anything to the media now. Like here's a great example. When the media is talking about Robert Griffin, right? What is he saying? He's saying the only thing he's saying is we're focused on San Francisco. Because he doesn't want to talk about anything else, and I don't blame him. He doesn't have to.
That's what I observed today. He talked mainly today, RG3, just saying over and over again, I'm focused on San Francisco. I'm focused on San Francisco.
And they were asking him all sorts of questions, weren't they?
They were, and it's just like, same thing, repetitive. I'm focused on San Francisco.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. And for Roger Goodell, he has too much power. Way too much power. He's got to get rid of some of that, man. He made a decision against Adrian Peterson, and Adrian Peterson's appealing it. He's hearing the appeal. What kind of crap is that? So in other words, Roger Goodell is now judge, jury, and executioner, and appeal judge? What? He has way too much power. And players, you were wrong to give it to him. And you know what? You're never, ever going to get it back.
What are we calling this? The Roger Goodell National Football League?
The Roger Goodell
because
era.
Of all the power he has.
He has way too much power, and he needs to stop that crap, man. They need to get him out. He's just a commissioner. That's all he is. He's not a judge. He decides everything. And he's even the judge in this appeal. How the hell does he get to be the judge in his own appeal? How does that work? That's ridiculous.
I don't know, and it's ridiculous because Goodell, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of him. I have not approved of all of the things he has done. Think about it. He had the NFL almost on a lockout that almost called off the whole 2011 season. And then he's handled domestic violence bad. He's handled child abuse bad. And then Adrian Peterson's not going to have any money, so he'll be not being able to play football until next year when they reinstate him.
Well, he got paid. Well,
so it's just blown out of proportion
Sean,
really bad.
Sean, Adrian Peterson's been getting a check every Monday for the last 10 weeks.
Yeah.
The next 6 weeks, he's not getting paid. He's got plenty of freaking money.
Yeah, but plenty of money, but yeah, next 6 weeks, that'll be the end
Big
of
deal.
it.
So he's not getting paid for the next 6 weeks. He didn't even play football for the last 10 and got paid. That's not right.
Not right at all.
It's ridiculous, man. It's freaking Roger Goodell. You have way too much power, dude. That's got to stop. That's got to stop quickly.
Then he probably would say to us, well, Jeff and Sean, all I'm trying to do is make the game safe. I'm just trying to do my job and make the rules count and tell people how to do it right.
Who says you get to be judge, jury, and executioner?
He probably would say me because I'm the NFL commissioner.
That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. Okay? That you got to go through and who says you get to be the appeals judge as well? In other words, because we know you're going to look at the appeal and you're going to say, nope, no, my ruling still stands. No kidding. This appeal is a joke because you're the judge. And you're a joke because you're putting your nose in where it doesn't belong in situations. And I'm tired of it. I really, really am. You got to knock it off, Roger Goodell. Knock it off. Roger Goodell, you are killing the NFL. Just killing it.
And Mark Cuban, remember we did a show there, Jeff. I believe Josh sent. No, actually, it was before Josh and Frank joined our crew. I do remember Mark Cuban said it probably in about 5 or maybe 10 years, you're going to see probably the popularity of the NFL continue to deteriorate as long as Roger Goodell is commissioner of the NFL. I do remember we did a show about that, Jeff. It was like last year, and I will agree with Mark Cuban on that statement, even though he's an NBA owner, because he's seeing all this stuff just NFL just really awful.
It's ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. I really, really am. I'm tired of everything that's going on, man, in the NFL. It's just ridiculous. How about getting back to just playing freaking football?
Yeah, playing football and making sure to make it tough and tight.
You know what
and
the
fun
media
and
is?
make it enjoyable for fans.
You know what? Now, you don't have to make it enjoyable, fans. You know what the media is freaking doing? Okay?
What?
The media is killing the NFL because they're talking about everything but football.
That's right.
They're talking about everything but football. I say we get back to the old days and just talk about football. See, nowadays, in 2014, the media kills everything. They just beat it into the ground, beat your head over until you freaking submit. With everything,
I remember
it's ridiculous.
growing up in the 90s, Jeff, and the NFL was always a fun sport to watch. People would be looking forward to it. It was just always a great game, but now it's just getting out of hand because you're right, the media is blowing it out of proportion, and they're talking about all these situations. It's like, just focus on the games. The NFL only comes once a year, all the way from September to the first Sunday of February.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just focus on the games? Forget about all the stuff and just do reporting. Go over the games like we do on NFL Real Talk every Saturday night.
Because they want to talk about the
season
stuff
starts.
that doesn't matter. That's why.
Yeah. Here we make it happen because we have good perspective. We like to, of course, talk about the stories, but we enjoy talking about the games.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. It drives me crazy sometimes. All right, we're going to run to our second commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Shaw Man on
Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Chloe is 9 months old.
She is the greatest thing ever.
One little smile, one little laugh. Anybody? We would do anything for her. My name is Kim Bryant, and my husband and I made a will on LegalZoom.
It was really easy to do.
We created LegalZoom to help you take care of the ones you love. Go to LegalZoom.com today and complete your will in minutes. At LegalZoom.com, we put the law on your side.
Millionaires are being made worldwide, all season long at DraftKings.com. America's favorite one-week fantasy football website. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments, so you can play whenever you want. You got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash payoffs. And just this season alone, one lucky listener turned $10 into $5,000, and another turned $2 into $10,000. Plus, we've been crowning new millionaires virtually every week, all season long at DraftKings.com. So you could be next. What are you waiting for? Imagine winning $1 million in one day just for playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Make sure you log on to DraftKings.com right away and use the promo code Spreaker to play for free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Don't forget to enter Spreaker at DraftKings.com today. You can't win if you don't play. DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, what's next, buddy?
All right, 33 minutes after the hour. Here we go. The Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. Here's what he said today. He goes, Skippy said that my New England Patriots are a perfect team.
What do you feel about that?
I would say, Skippy, shut your yap. They're not your New England Patriots. You never even were on the 3 Super Bowl championship teams.
Neither were you, but you don't call them my New England Patriots either, do you?
No, I'm a fan. Not
exactly.
Not my. I try to avoid that word as much as possible.
You're not the owner either.
No, that would be Robert Kraft, the owner of the
Correct.
Patriots.
He's the only one that's allowed to say my.
Skippy Bayless said that my Los Angeles Kings will win the Stanley Cup.
I didn't know he liked hockey. There he goes, jinxing.
With him, anything is possible.
There he goes, jinxing the Kings. And he's just jumping on their bandwagon because they're the defending champions.
That's right.
I know I'm right.
Skippy Bayless said that my Miami Heat will trump my Cleveland Cavaliers.
Now, how does he do that? How does that my Miami Heat and my Cleveland Cavaliers end up in the same sentence? You can't be my of both teams. Unbelievable. See? That's a true bandwagon fan right there. Because he's got no allegiance to any team because he puts the word in front of my, puts the my in front of any team he wants. Got no allegiance. He proves it when he does that. Right?
He could probably say, my Miami Heat are the real deal. He's probably thinking that the Heat would probably win the championship before James does in Cleveland.
Not. No, they're not. If they're such a real deal, how come they're 24th in points allowed? Huh? Answer me that there, Dick Tracy. Exactly. You got no freaking answer for that one, do you? Exactly what I thought, Dick Tracy.
The game starts in 25 minutes on ESPN. He also said this today. Skippy Bayless came out and said that my San Antonio Spurs will beat my Cleveland Cavaliers.
My San Antonio Spurs will beat my Cleveland Cavaliers. Make up your freaking mind! I hate when he does that. My. It ain't my. You got nothing from my. Never remember my because they ain't yours.
He probably would say, well, what's the matter with saying the word my? There's nothing wrong with it.
It is when you put it in front of. It is when you say my Cleveland Cavaliers will lose to my San Antonio Spurs. That doesn't make any sense. It just sounds like you're a bandwagon fan and you're jumping on any winning team you want. That's what it sounds like, you jackass.
Skippy Bayless said that the Boston Celtics will never win another NBA championship. And I saw that from what Josh sent to me, and I was like, whatever, Skippy. Just because of the fact that they haven't won it since 2008, they're rebuilding. Have you ever figured that out, you stupid douchebag?
You stupid douchebag. Look at freaking Sean. You stupid douchebag. That's great, Sean. That's
Skippy
freaking
Bayless,
awesome, Sean.
He said that Vanderbilt is the best college in the world.
Vanderbilt?
Yep.
For
said
what?
Vanderbilt is the best college
For
in
an
the world.
education?
Yeah.
Why? Because he went there?
I don't know. Let's see. He was what? He was born in Oklahoma. I don't know if he went to Vanderbilt. Josh,
I hope he
could you
didn't.
check that for us?
I hope he didn't. Because we don't want that.
He also said, Skippy Bayless today said that the WNBA is boring.
I find it fascinating because they actually are playing basketball. There's no slam dunks. There's no alley-oops. It's pure basketball, you jackass.
He probably would say, yeah, but it's not intense. You don't see a lot of people enjoying the WNBA throughout the whole summertime.
I enjoy it immensely. I don't know what you're talking about, dude, but I enjoy it immensely.
Skippy Bayless said that Jim Harbaugh must go to my Dallas Cowboys.
See what okay, Dickweed. I said that at the beginning of the football season. Don't you listen to Sports World Radio? You're about 10 weeks behind, dumbass. Am I right, Sean?
You're right. You did say that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So in that case, Skip Bayless, you're 10 weeks behind me. So get in line, bitch. Am I right, Sean?
You are right. You said it. You said it before the season began.
I
like,
did,
which was
didn't I?
back in August.
Right. So maybe we should go back to the tape and send it to the dickwad with the date on it so he can understand. Shows you how far advanced I am to you, jackass. Right? Has he said, hey, Sean, has he said my or Arizona Cardinals yet?
He hasn't said my Arizona Cardinals.
He's going to after
Jeff, and as you predict it, you watch what happens.
He's going to after Cardinals beat Seattle on Sunday. He's going to. He's going to jump ship off of Seattle, and he's going to say, or he's going to say, my Seattle Seahawks lost to my Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. He's going to say that on Monday. Watch. He's going to say that on Monday. I'm calling it now. So today is what? Today's
Wednesday, the 19th of November.
Remember, Skip, I've been saying it for 2 days already, so I'm already a week ahead of you. So when you say it, I already said you were going to say it. That's how good I am, Skip.
Skippy said there shouldn't be any Los Angeles NFL football teams.
I agree with him on that. I happen to totally agree with him on that. There's so much other things to do in L.A., There's so much other things to do in L.A. It's hard enough for the Chargers. It's hard enough for the 49ers. And it's hard enough for Oakland already. You add in another team. There's so much to do in L.A. at any given moment. You think people are going to want to pay $150 to go see a football team? $150 a ticket? You ain't going to pay $20 to park and all that? Come on, man. Really?
There's a lot of stuff to do in Los Angeles. I've been there twice, and it's busy all the time, and there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. Listen, I don't go to games out here because there's too much stuff to do down here, and I got too much stuff to do.
Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys will embarrass the Giants on Sunday.
My Dallas Cowboys will embarrass the Giants on that game's in New York too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sunday Night Football on NBC.
Yeah, I'll be watching that game. Unfortunately.
And then probably Skippy he'll say, "See, told you folks, told you my Dallas Cowboys were going to beat the Giants and embarrass them."
Told you. I told you.
Uh-oh, get ready for the big one. Here it comes. Skippy Bayless said that my Arizona Cardinals will beat Seattle. There it is.
What did he say?
He said, my Arizona Cardinals will beat Seattle. There it is.
When did he say that?
Today.
He said it today, right?
Yep.
I called it, didn't I?
Yep.
I said he was going to start saying, and he hasn't said it all year long. How come nobody calls him out on that?
Except Jeff, who always calls him out.
How come nobody calls him out on that? 10 weeks into the season. He hasn't said my Arizona Cardinals 10 weeks into the season. Now all of a sudden they're 9-1 and he's freaking saying my Arizona Cardinals? Suck my balls. Come on, man.
And now he finally comes out and he says it today.
Come on, man.
He also added, Skippy Bayless said that the Super Bowl will now be the New England Patriots versus the Green Bay Packers.
He's now said. Say that again.
Skippy Bayless said that the Super Bowl in Arizona in February of next year will now be New England versus Green Bay.
Oh, he changed his mind again?
Yes.
Wasn't it yesterday? It was New England and the Cowboys.
Yes.
Now
And
it's New England and Green Bay.
Yep.
He changes his mind more than a woman changes her tampon when she's on her period. And it's right there. Because yesterday, I do believe you said, Skippy says, that my New England Patriots will be playing my Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. And now he's saying my New England Patriots will be playing my Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl?
Yep.
This guy drives me fucking bonkers, man. Look, I said the F word. That's how mad he makes me.
That's all for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, but that's his perspective.
That's how mad he makes me. Caused me to say the F word.
Well, remember back in August, he picked Cleveland and Dallas in the Super Bowl, and then he changed it and he went with New England and Seattle. That was in September when we did a show together. And then he comes out and he says New England and Dallas yesterday, and now all of a sudden today he says it's going to be New England taking on Green Bay.
He changes his mind more than a woman changes her period, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. You know that?
Okay, yeah, and another one that he said, too, this one just came in. This was actually what Josh had sent me, too. He said Charles Barkley, Skippy Bayless came out and said today, Charles Barkley is better than Larry Bird.
What it blowing?
He's better than Larry Bird when it comes to basketball.
What, it getting on his knees and looking up at you, Skip? Because I do believe that Larry Bird has more championships than Charles Barkley.
Larry Bird has 3 NBA championships, and Charles Barkley has 0.
I rest my case. See you later. And on that note, we're going to run to our first update of the day. This update is brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. Head on over to ShirtShopper.net and get your T-shirts today. They got some awesome T-shirts, all kinds of T-shirts over there at Shirt Shopper. Just not sports T-shirts, but every kind of T-shirt you want. So head on over to ShirtShopper.net today and get your T-shirt from ShirtShopper.net. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. 45 minutes after the hour on this Wednesday, November 19th, 2014. In the NHL, 2 games tonight. The Flyers at the Rangers. That game can be seen on the NBC Sports Network. And lastly, it'll be the Canucks taking on the Oilers. In the NBA, there will be a lot of games to get to tonight. 11 games scheduled. Game on ESPN starting in 14 minutes. It'll be the Spurs at the Cavaliers. Of course, with LeBron James knowing that he has not forgotten his loss in the NBA Finals back in June of this year. Other games that we got be the Hornets at the Pacers, Clippers at the Magic, Celtics at the 76ers, Mavericks at the Wizards, Bucks at the Nets, Suns at the Pistons, Grizzlies at the Raptors, Knicks at the Timberwolves, Thunder at the Nuggets, and the other game on ESPN following the Spurs and the Cavaliers will be the Lakers taking on the Houston Rockets. So ESPN's got some games that all the big basketball fans can enjoy watching. In Major League Baseball, the big news coming right now out of Boston, the Red Sox have offered John Lester a 6-year deal, a 6-year contract, and that's worth a lot of money. And, of course, they are waiting to hear on Pablo Sandoval. So they're just also being mum and kind of being quiet as now on Sandoval. Other news in the NFL, week number 12 begins tomorrow night. It'll be the Chiefs taking on the Oakland Raiders. That's the first of 2 updates for Sports World Radio. This update is brought to you by ShirtShopper.net. Make sure you get your favorite team jersey or shirt or hat at ShirtShopper.net. After the commercial break and update, Jeff and I will be right back with more sports talk for Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday, right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, what do you got for me next, buddy?
All right, we move to Major League Baseball. The next story that we have, the Kansas City Royals have lost a big bat in their lineup after they made that magical run to the World Series. Billy Butler has found a new destination, a new home. That would be the Oakland Athletics. $30 million, 3-year deal with Oakland.
Wow, really?
That's a big loss for the Royals, but they know perfectly well they won't be able to keep all their team together after that great run. So Billy Butler is gone. Who knows what's going to happen with James Shields? I heard that the Royals are expected to not maybe have a chance to get Shields back, but they're still going to be competitive as a young team. Expect Ned Yost to do a good job for the Kansas City Royals, and maybe they'll be back next year. But this is a big move for Oakland. You know, they had lost Cespedes, which was also a thing that really hurt their team.
That's a big hurt right there. But we'll see what happens with. He's going to DH. You know that. He's not going to play the field. He's going to DH there.
Yeah, he'll be the designated hitter.
Yeah, he's going to DH there. So that's a big hurt for
Kansas City.
Kansas City, yeah, definitely.
Quote, he says, "I take pride in getting back to where I was. I'm 28 years old, on the other side of my career," he said. "It's just a year. A lot of things didn't go right for me mentally or approach-wise."
You think?
Yeah, he played 158 games in each of his 5 years, including all 162 in 2013.
Correct.
He did a great job, too. Yeah, you're right. It's a big loss, and who knows who else the Royals could lose, because even though it's hard to keep teams who have gone to the World Series together after a team has won a World Series or have not won a got to the World Series and then ended up losing, which was, of course, Kansas City a few weeks ago.
Crazy, huh?
It is.
It's crazy, ain't it?
I have one for now. I done better, not trying to be the homer, but got to probably throw this out here, too, for baseball. Here's another topic. The Red Sox offer on table for John Lester. The Red Sox made a contract offer to free agent pitcher John Lester when he met with the team's owners earlier this week, and are also preparing to make an offer to free agent third baseman Pablo Sandoval, according to Major League sources. What's your thoughts about that, Jeff?
That's pretty nuts.
Well, I have to say that with the Red Sox, when they lost to New York and ended a bad season when they went 71 and 91,
Mm-hmm.
they were expected to be very active this offseason, and you knew they were going to reload. They were going to go right at it. Larry Lucchino says, we're not rebuilding. We're reloading. We're fixing this team up to make sure that it can contend next year in 2015, because that AL East, like even what Frank has said, is one of the toughest divisions in baseball, the AL East.
Pretty crazy,
Sandoval,
huh?
oh, go ahead.
Pretty crazy, huh?
It is. It is crazy. Who knows what the Yankees are going to do? Who knows what the Orioles are going to do with Nelson Cruz? The Rays, they're still without a manager. The Blue Jays just picked up Russell Martin, so all the teams in the AL East, they restock. They try to reload. And even teams that are not in contention in the AL East, they make it an effort to even rebuild. Sandoval arrived in Boston on Monday and spent Tuesday at Fenway Park meeting with Red Sox brass. Michael Sandoval, Pablo's older brother, and one of his agents said the player left Boston on Wednesday without receiving an offer from the Red Sox, but had been told by the club that they were preparing to send one. The Red Sox, who made signing the 28-year-old Sandoval one of their top off-season priorities, are seen as the biggest threat to the incumbent San Francisco Giants for his services. And so then it's up to him if he wants to decide to take the offer. If not, in all likelihood, if he rejects it, he would go to the San Francisco Giants.
Wow. That's nuts.
It is. It's nuts and it's crazy. And Jeff, also, Lester has still contacted two other clubs about maybe playing in a different uniform other than the Red Sox. He met with the Chicago Cubs, Lester did, on Tuesday, and was scheduled to meet with the Atlanta Braves on Thursday, sources told ESPN's Buster Olney. The Toronto Blue Jays also have interest, according to another Major League source, while ESPN's Jim Bowden says the St. Louis Cardinals have expressed interest. The Yankees could surface as another bidder, but I still think with the chances of Lester going to the Yankees, I don't think that's going to happen. He, of course, Lester this year rejected a 4-year, $70 million offer made by the Red Sox in mid-March, and then rejected the team's overtures to reopen negotiations during the season. And, of course, we know how it went. He got traded on July 31st, and the Red Sox got Yoenis Cespedes. But at the time, both the Red Sox and Lester have expressed some hope that a return might be in the offering, on the table.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would like to see Lester back with everything he has done for them. But it's hard to say what they're going to do as far as Lester's concerned and Sandoval. And we'll see what's going to happen with Max Scherzer. There's also been rumors, Jeff, the Yankees have met with Scherzer, but no deal has been reached. They just met with him and talked with him.
So a lot of movement going on, isn't there?
A lot of movement. And the hot stove is already in full swing.
That's crazy, ain't it?
The Red Sox, going back to them, they also have claimed infielder Juan Francisco off waivers from the Blue Jays. Francisco played 106 games for the Blue Jays last season, batting .220 with 16 home runs and 43 RBIs. So Red Sox, of course, not wasting any time. They plan to get to work immediately with the free agency. Let's see. The NBA, of course, tonight on ESPN. Jeff, you're definitely ready to see how well San Antonio does against them.
I would love to see San Antonio spank them. I want to see Cleveland lose by 20 points at least tonight.
Cavaliers, that's why I'm saying they're not going to win the NBA Finals. And then people are going to be saying, how stupid we were with the I still have that story, that one that you told me to save, Jeff, about the Las Vegas Westgate Superbook sets win totals for the NBA has Cleveland winning 58.4 games.
And that's not going to happen. We know that. Come on, that's not going to happen.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah, we know that's not going to happen. Right?
It's not going to happen at all.
No, not one bit. Not one stinking bit. Hey, let's run to our top of the hour break. You're listening to Pascal Shawman on Sports World Radio. We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet. I guarantee it. Okay, Sean, you know what? I told you this during the break, and now I'm going to tell everybody. I just went up to go to the use the facilities here, and I just tweaked my back, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to sit. So I'm thinking this is going to be the last segment.
Okay, all right.
All right.
No problem.
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, I'm not even sitting right now. I'm standing, and it's kind of terrible. So.
Well, yeah, we have and I have not heard anything yet from Ron Gallo.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's kind of really bad right now. So let's get on to another topic, and we're getting out of here at the quarter break here.
Okay. Let's see. We're talking about another thing. The Cardinals playing the Seahawks on Sunday. This is a good topic. As underdogs. You know what? They said it's anticipated that they are underdogs. And you know what? Josh and I talked about this game, Jeff, that we'll talk about this upcoming Saturday on NFL Real Talk, about how Arizona, I looked at the pick distribution, Josh and I did. 24% were picking Arizona and 64% picking Seattle to beat the Cardinals. Arizona says, you know what? We're 9-1. We're fine with being underdogs. It doesn't bother them at all because nobody's even picked them throughout all of this year to be having one of their best starts since 1948.
Right. Right. Pretty crazy,
I don't think, in my opinion, Jeff, I don't think Arizona has anything to lose heading into this game against Seattle.
Nothing.
Seattle's got problems. They're a 6.5 favorite according to the Westgate Las Vegas odds, but I still say that you've got to give the edge to Arizona. You know, I already know who my pick will be, but we'll save that for NFL Real Talk. But I like what the Cardinals saying. You know, they're saying, fine, everybody want to go against us? Go ahead. Nobody's picked us throughout the whole year to be even to be this good at 9-1.
Right. Right. And nobody expected them to be this good. I sure as heck didn't.
That's right. We all kind of picked Arizona to be one of those teams to be rebuilding for our NFL picks that we made back in August.
Exactly.
And then here's what they say, quote, they are the world champions. We're just 9-1. We haven't done expletive until we do something. But this is a big game. That's what the Cardinals are saying, the whole team.
It is a big game for them.
A win would put the Cardinals 4 games up on the Seahawks with 5 games left in the regular season and a rematch awaiting both teams in Week 16, which would be down in Arizona.
Oh, I'd like to see that. I don't think it's ever happened where a home team is actually playing the Super Bowl on their home field, right?
Right.
So I like to see that happen with Arizona.
No, it's not deja vu. The Cardinals upset the eventual Super Bowl champs 17-10 in Week 16 last season, snapping the Seahawks' 14-game home winning streak and handing Seattle quarterback Russell Wilson his first home loss.
Right. And they're going to do it again this year. They're going to do it again this year.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see that.
It will be. Hey, Ebo, good to see you.
Jason Collins announced his retirement from the NBA today. How about that? First openly gay gentleman has retired from the NBA. Now we'll see if somebody else continues it. Right?
Right.
And the NBA has suspended Charlotte Hornets forward Jeffrey Taylor for 24 games without pay after he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor domestic violence assault and malicious destruction of hotel property last month.
Well, it's dirty games everywhere. You're seeing play. I don't know. The leagues are fun for sports, but you're sure seeing a lot of players getting busted, hurting their careers, hurting themselves. It's just, you got to, hopefully when all the players that you talk about, Jeff, I hope they can learn from this and realize, okay, you can let yourself off with warning, but the bad thing is repeating the same mistake over. I hope they learn their lessons. Ray Rice and the player for the Hornets 24-game suspension without pay.
Yeah, he's been sitting out. Taylor will get credit for the 11 games he has missed and will sit out an additional 13 in slightly more than 1/4 of the league's 82-game schedule. This suspension is necessary to protect the interests of the NBA and the public's confidence in it, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said in a release on Wednesday. Mr. Taylor's conduct violates applicable law and, in my opinion, does not conform to standards of morality. It's prejudicial and detrimental to the NBA. The suspension means Taylor will lose about $267,000 of his $915,000 salary. So almost a third of his salary is going to be gone. Taylor is 25 and in his third NBA season. He was sentenced to 18 months of probation. As part of his probation, he must complete a 26 weeks in a domestic violence intervention program.
Ouch.
Wow. Huh?
Wow. Ebo even, that's just nuts. A lot of people acting weird these days.
It's freaking ridiculous nowadays. But but you notice that it's not as much as front and center as what's going on in the NFL. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't bring this up, you would have never heard about it, right? And this came out 30 minutes ago. So this is fresh stuff. This came out 30 minutes ago.
nuts.
Okay, the NBA conducted an investigation into Taylor's arrest in East Lansing, Michigan hotel the morning of September 25th following an altercation with a woman whom he was having a romantic relationship. Ooh. Hey, check this out. Taylor also must enter an outpatient alcohol treatment program and perform alcohol sensor tests daily for 60 days. After that, he is subject to random testing by the probation department. He must also perform 80 hours of community service.
Oh, boy.
The domestic assault charge will be dismissed if Taylor successfully meets the conditions of his probation. If Taylor fails to meet the conditions of his probation, he could be subject to further punishment by the league. Wow. Lots of things going on in the sports world, man.
Lots of things, and a lot of players just getting themselves in too much.
See, back in the old days, okay, now people are like, wow, how come people are talking about this a lot now? Because you can't tell me that this stuff didn't happen back in the old days. You can't tell me that all this stuff is just happening now. Back in the old, they didn't talk about it. They didn't bring it to the forefront. Now everybody's got to be politically correct. They got to bring everything to the forefront.
Yep.
It proves that professional athletes are just like you and I. They're human too.
We're human beings, and we're not perfect. We make mistakes, but we have to learn from them.
The only difference between them and us, Sean, is their mistakes get out and put out in the news for everybody to see, where ours doesn't.
Yeah.
That's the difference right there in a nutshell.
True.
Right? Because we're not, quote unquote, famous. And we're not in the spotlight all the time. So our mistakes don't get magnified like theirs does. And 20, 25 years ago, you would have never heard any of this going on in the NFL, the NBA, anywhere that it's going on, because they wouldn't bring it up, because they wouldn't talk about it. Now everybody's got to be politically freaking correct.
That's right. You got to be perfect. Got to be accurate. Here's another topic I got for you, Jeff, as our final segment, as we got 5 minutes left for our last segment. Despite over 4 feet of snow already dumped on the area this week and another foot or more expected, Buffalo Bills are still preparing to play Sunday's game against the Jets at Ralph Wilson Stadium as scheduled.
Yeah, can you imagine all that snow being down there? Holy freaking moly. I saw a picture of Buffalo, man. 4 feet of snow. You got to be kidding me. I got people who live in Buffalo, they're freezing, and you can't see them walking in the snow.
Chaos?
Well, he don't live I have other friends besides him.
Okay.
That live out there and stuff, and they're putting pictures on Facebook. They're going freaking nuts.
It was a big, big blizzard, so yeah, they're expected to play. And there was a lot of rumors being talked about postponing the game and scheduling it for another day.
You think?
Wouldn't it be amazing? They put it on Monday Night Football, and then they played 2 games for Monday Night Football.
And they played 2 games for Monday Night Football.
Or maybe Tuesday they could play it.
No, they probably do 2 Monday Night Football games. You're right. But they're going to play that game. Come on. It's football, for Christ's sakes. You're supposed to play it in that kind of weather, aren't you?
You're supposed to play in the cold, and you got to tough it out and be tough about it.
I remember when I was in junior high school, and even some of the guys that were with me at the reunion. After school, we used to get together on a field close by my house in the winter and play football in the snow because it was fun. Isn't that what you're supposed to be doing?
Yes.
So what the hell's the problem?
Don't know.
Why all of a sudden NFL can't play in a freaking in the rain in the snow? Well, come on.
No, well, here's the thing. They can't do it because of traveling conditions and how whiteout it can get all the way from New York City to Buffalo.
Tough. Who cares if the fans don't make it? Put the game on TV and leave it like that. Bunch of morons, man. I'm serious. Seriously, it drives me freaking batty. Football's supposed to be played in the snow and the mud and the muck and the rain and all that. Who cares if the fans don't make it? Play the damn game.
True.
Unstinking believable, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Unstinking believable. I just don't get it. I don't get it one bit.
I don't get it either.
So, but we'll see. We'll see what I hope they play the game. Because they're supposed to. They're supposed to play the game. Right?
They're supposed to play because that's what it's about.
Right. Exactly.
Who goes to a Buffalo Bills game anyway? That's what Ebo says.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Ebo, and you're going to probably laugh your petunias off. My good friend, Jay, EA J-Man.
J-Man, yes.
My good friend EA J-Man, he actually flew to Chicago to watch their first game. How about that? The opener game in Chicago, he flew there to watch that. How crazy is that, Ebes? Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
It's nuts.
So people will go to the game in Chicago and in Buffalo, and they're not playing bad.
The Bills aren't. They're 5-5, and they're right in the thick of the AFC wild card because there's 2 wild card spots.
Yes, they are. Right in the thick of it, man.
Yep.
Right in the thick of the whole freaking kit and caboodle they are. Right?
Who's playing the Bills this week, Ebo? That would be the Jets. New York Jets heading up to Buffalo to take on the Bills this weekend.
In the snow. So it's 2 New York teams playing in the snow. Leave them alone.
Yeah, let them play because look at all that snow, and they're used to it. Jeff grew up in New York. He knew all about what snow was about.
I don't like the snow. That's why I live where I live. There's no snow here unless I want to go to the mountains and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, we're going to get the heck out of here. My back is just torture right now. I tweaked it a little bit ago, and I can't sit down, so I got to go lay down. So we're going to get out of here a little bit early. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. I really appreciate it. We'll make it up to you during the week. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Sports World Radio with Frank Sprankle joining us in the second hour of the show. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, I'm Jeff Escow. This has been Sports World Radio.
Peace out.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty